Hi everyone, it's Barry here from Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining me for today and thank you for joining me for this month's Stamp Around UK video hop. The theme for this month is new ink colours, and have we got some new ink colours which are amazing this year, so for the next 2 years actually. So I'm going to show you a couple of cards. Well, I'm going to actually show you five. I'm going to make 2 cards, but I'm going to show you it five ways. Okay, I'm going to be showing you a fun technique as well. But I'm going to show you, obviously, go through the lovely new ink colours, which I have got down here on the desk ready to show you straight away. And there's lots and lots of products here as well. But do remember, this is a video hop, so please do go ahead and check out everyone else's videos as well. Links can be found down below in the description for everyone else. We've all got the same theme, and I'm sure you're going to find some lots and lots of inspiration using these lovely new colours for the next 2 years. So let's crack on, let's go camera down, and I will show you how to do these lovely cards. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so as mentioned, we have got these lovely 5 new colours. So we have got they all come in coordinated. There's lots of products, they all coordinate with each other. So we've got 5 new colours here. We've got lovely Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, we have got Starry Sky, and we have got Orchid Oasis. So that there comes in the 5 colours in the A4 card pack as well. So you've got a coordination pack of lovely colours. So not only do you get them in the A4 card pack, you can also get them with some designer series paper. So again, all in the same colours. So you get a packet of paper which has got these lovely papers. There's a couple of designs in there. So you get this one and you get some floral ones, and they're all double-sided. So you've got these backs, so they are all like that. So exactly the same colours. So you can see how well they all coordinate with each other. You've got a lovely glitter pack here as well. I'll just get the correct name to make sure I say it correctly. It is, yeah, glimmer paper. And again, same thing, you've got them in these lovely colours. Just look at how and they don't shed as well. This is lovely, lovely paper. So this is what you've got. So you've got them in all the 5 colours here. And like that, and it's kind of like got this ombre effect as well. So not only have you got papers, we have got embellishments, we have got stamping blend, we have got ribbons, we have got ink pads. So this is what I am going to be using today, and as well with the cardstock, and I'm going to be using the gems. I could have gone and used everything, but no, I'm just going to use these. But you can see now how lovely these all coordinate with each other. So you can really get a lovely, if you like the colours, you can get different tones of it by using different things like with that ombre paper. Some really lovely effects. And again, I like these gems as well. Even the gems which you've got down here as well are an ombre, so they start off quite dark and then they move into a lighter shade, and from big to small as well. So you've got some really lovely gradients of the same colour, which is lovely. Alright, so as mentioned, I'm going to be using the ink pad. So I'm going to be working with 2 colours for this video, but I will be showing you the other 3 colours as well. So I've already made the cards in the Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. But I'm going to make 2 cards here showing you the lovely Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party. Going to also be using a lovely technique, which is the Emboss Resist Technique as well. So if you've not done embossing or you've not done the Emboss Resist Technique, this will hopefully give you some confidence and show you how it is actually achieved as well. So let's just pop these things to one side. And let's grab that. So what I've got here is I'm going to be making some square cards. So what I've got is I've got my 2 ink pads which I'm going to be using, so Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party. I've got myself some basic white thick. So this is 4 inches by 8 inches. I have got myself here some Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party, which let me just double check the measurements of these. These are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 squares, each of these. I've got myself a bit of basic black, which is measuring 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 square, okay, and then I've got myself a bit of basic white thick. Again, I'm using thick because I'm going to be using water on this, which is a 3 inch by 3 inch, so I've got 2 of those because I'm going to be making 2 cards. Alright, so you're going to get a little bit messy on this one here, so you may want to pop something down on your table if necessary. I've got myself a little bit of kitchen roll here, which I can just pop down just so I don't get my table too wet. So I'm just going to pop something down on that. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working with these. But first things first, I need to do some stamping before I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. I need to do some stamping. So I'm going to be using the stamp set I've decided to use because these are really big and bold sentiments. It's not a brand new stamp set. It's been around a little while, but it's the biggest thanks, and I just love this one for the happy birthday stamp set, and obviously the thanks and the hello, and you've got these other ones underneath. I just think these are really, really nice. They're really nice and bold, and they work perfectly for this Emboss Resist technique as well. So I'm going to be making some happy birthday cards. So let's pop that to one side, and what I've gone ahead and done is I've got myself, and I've lined these up on my Stamparatus already. So this is a great stamping platform. If you haven't got a stamping platform, then I would highly recommend the Stamparatus. It is lovely. So I've already gone ahead and positioned them up in the top right hand corner over here. Okay, they are all ready. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop my cardstock there, and then I will then be stamping down like so. But first things first is I need to prime and prepare my piece of paper. So I've got myself the embossing buddy. And I'm just going to run this embossing buddy over this just to take off any sticky marks from any greasy fingerprint marks or any marks which may be any moisture which may be on the cardstock. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pop that over in the corner like that. I've got myself some Versamark here as well, so you will need some Versamark, and I'm just going to ink up my happy birthday. And I'm going to do this twice, so I'm going to get these out, I'm going to pour my powder on, and then I'm going to then do the second one. I'm going to get them both prepared and ready. So that there is now nice and inked up. I'm going to bring this over, and I'm going to then stamp my happy birthday down. Like so. Alright. And then I'll just pop that to one side, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with my second piece. Ink that one up again. And it doesn't matter that you've let it go, you're leaving it for a few minutes, it's fine, it will still stay wet. Enough time whilst you do it, a couple at least. So you've got that one done. Then bring this one down. And then just give it a bit of pressure, make sure that there is fully connected, and there we have it. So that's my two bits done here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in, this is a new tool, so it is the Powder Pal. So I've got this here, got my lovely Powder Pal here, and I've got myself some white embossing powder. And I'm going to take these lovely tweezers. Now these tweezers they're really, really nice actually. Okay, I sound surprised, but they're good quality tweezers, and they are ones which you don't have to grip to keep closed. They grip themselves, so perfect for anyone with dexterity problems. Grab your white powder, and then we're just going to pour this on now, but I'm going to pop it straight into the Powder Pal so it's going to catch everything. Okay. I probably don't need the tweezers when doing this part, it's more for when heat setting that you'll need the tweezers. Okay, and then just pour this one on. Because obviously if you're using your heat tool, you don't want to burn your fingers. So the tweezers allow you to just hold that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you coat everything in your Powder Pal, and then let's just transfer everything back into the container. Okay, some little bits are stuck in there, that's not an issue. You're going to grab the brush which comes with the Powder Pal as well. So this all comes together. You get yourself a Powder Pal, you get yourself a tweezers, you get yourself obviously the tray, tweezers, the brush, and the embossing buddy. So it all comes together, and that is available now. Okay, and then just make sure you pop your lid back on everything before you do it. Okay, so I've got this here. So these have now got this lovely matte powder on this. Using your tweezers and your heat tool, we're going to then heat set this. I'm just going to bring my heat tool in, and I'm going to heat set. So it's just going to get a little bit noisy, just bear with me, and I'm going to do both of these right now. Okay, so that's the first one, so you can see there that's now gone to a nice shiny from a matte, and that's melted that powder. So I'm just going to do the second one now. And because I've got these lovely tweezers, I'm not burning my fingers. And there we have it. So you can see there we've got these two pieces, so it's white on white, and you can see there that's now gone from that matte powder to a lovely shiny finish. So that is those two pieces ready. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let those dry and cool off for a moment before I do anything else. I'm going to grab myself the lovely coordinating cardstock, so Tahitian Tide, just put my teeth in, Parakeet Party, and I'm going to do myself some embossing. So I'm going to be using, what two embossing folders am I going to use? I'm going to be using the lovely Brick and Mortar, and let me just grab it before I had it out. One of our new favourite embossing folders, which is the Fern 3D embossing folder. Really loving this one, and loving this one as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just emboss these two pieces of cardstock. So with that one and this one right here. Alright, so I'm going to actually do the Brick and Mortar one in the blue, and I'm going to do the Fern in the Parakeet Party. Let's just give myself a little bit of room here. And I'm going to bring in the stamping, the cut and emboss, Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So this is a 3D folder, so you're going to need plate number 1 and plate number 4. And we're just going to sandwich these together, and I'm just going to run this through this machine. Hinge first. Sorry about the wobbles there. So that's that one. I'll show you these in a second, and I'm going to do the same with the Brick and Mortar. Just going to make sure that this is straight, because obviously we don't want a wonky wall. Pop that in like that, and then we'll run that through as well. Oops. Alright, so that's those two here. So this is this lovely Brick and Mortar one. It's just absolutely gorgeous here. Okay, and I've also got the 3D Fern, which is this one. I think this is it's just amazing. I just love the detail which you get on this. So that's those two pieces. What we can do is we can go ahead and we can stick these ones down onto our card base. So I'm just going to go ahead and score my card base at the moment. Just realised I didn't have my trimmer with me. So I'm going to bring my trimmer over, and I'm just going to score my card base here at 4 inches and 4 inches. So we've got ourselves a nice 4x4 card, and that's that one. I'm not going to stick all of this down yet, because what I need to do now is I'm going to do my other piece, which is going to be wet, and then whilst I'm sticking that stuff down, that can just be drying a little bit. So I'm going to grab my bit of towel here, just so I don't get dirty. And I'm going to grab myself a block. So the block which I'm using for this, remember this is a 3x3 piece of paper, and I'm going to use myself a D block, so which is just a little bit smaller than this piece of paper as well. And I'm going to grab myself the ink pads. So let's work with Parakeet Party first. So you're going to need this one, and you're also going to need a stamping spritzing tool with some water in it. Just grab that out. You're going to need like a little spritzer with some water in here as well. So I'm just going to take my block, And I'm just going to pop that on there like that. It's a little bit patchy, but that's fine. I'm not fussed about that. And I'm just going to leave this to one side because this will spread some ink around. So just be careful you've got nothing important around you because it will transfer over. Grab your spritzer and you're going to do about 4 or 5 spritzes. 4 should be enough on that one there. It depends on how hard you spritz. Just gauge it. Actually, I may just do... No, 4 should be enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over. I'm just having a little look to see whether or not I'm just moving this ink around a little bit here. And then I'm just going to then position this, centralize this over this here. And then I'm going to then squish down. Okay, and then we're going to then take off. And then I'm just going to then just move that ink around a little bit in here. Just so it pulls in. And you're getting this lovely Emboss Resist Technique. So you can see that the ink is missing the happy birthday. Grab yourself your roll of kitchen roll paper as well, and I find awesome toilet roll, and just run this over the top of it. Okay, just roll it over, don't scrub it over, just roll it over to take off any moisture. Here's a great little tip for you. Okay, that's that one there. And then what you can do is once you've taken off the moisture, you can grab yourself a little bit of kitchen roll here again, and then you can then just buff off the actual embossing. Okay, and that there is your Emboss Resist technique. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for my blue. So I'm just going to then just take this off of here. I'm going to bring this one in again. Put my lid back on my green, my Parakeet Party, and let's do this in the Tahitian Tide. So the same thing, let's just ink that up. Bring this in here, just make sure you've got nothing around, so it will, just make sure you've got any white cardstock. Spray it around about 4 or 5 times. Yeah, 4, I think 4 is good. And then assess it when you're moving the ink around on this. Just assess how wet you think it looks. Is it moving around enough? If it isn't, then just give yourself another spritz. Once you've moved it around a little bit, then you'll just want to then just go over the top like so, and then off, and then just move your ink like so around. When you're happy, grab yourself your kitchen roll again and then take off your excess. Like so. And then you can then buff off the white. And that's that there. Okay, really, really fun technique is this one. I think it just shows off these coordination of these colours perfectly as well. Really, really sets the whole thing off. So once you've gone ahead and done that, what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to mat and layer this onto some black cardstock. So that's going to go on like this here. So I just need to grab myself my glue, which is here. And then we'll stick this onto this. So you may just want to give it a little bit more time to dry. Okay, I'm doing this straight out off, so it's still a little bit tacky, but just maybe just give yourself a little bit more time to dry this if you can. Okay, or you can use your heat tool and just heat set that a little bit more, but you just don't want to be careful. You don't want to burn that embossing powder anymore and take away any of the shine. So I'm just going to apply a gentle little bit of heat to this. Okay, so that just speeds that along just a little bit more. Okay, and then we can then stick this to that black. So with the problem with wet card, once you've got some paper wet, it does want to curl. So again, like I say, giving it some time to dry, and maybe putting it down like this and popping it between the book would be handy, because the ink has dried on there now. Everything has set. It just needs to just finalise and finish off a little bit, but that'll be fine. You can see I'm not having too many problems with this. Just need to just manipulate. And this is the one, remember, I didn't dry this one with the heat tool. This has gone on straight away, still quite damp, and that is actually doing quite nicely. So don't worry about that. But if you are, just take your time and sandwich that between some books or something heavy. We've got here now is we've got these two pieces. So let's stick our coloured cardstock to our card base. Just make sure, just decisions, what way round do we want it. That's going to go on like that. And we'll do the same with the Tahitian Tide and the brick and mortar piece. So if you do like anything you see, then do remember you can purchase anything from us via our online shop. Links to our online shop can be found down below in the description as well, along with the links to the rest of the hops. So as I said at the beginning, please do go around and check out everyone else's video and go and see what amazing ideas they have all come up with this new in colour theme. I'm sure there's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be some amazing, there always is, there is some amazing ones. And obviously if you've missed some of our previous hops, then do go back. Their videos will be on our channel, and then you'll be able to then find everyone else's as well. So if this is your first time catching us, thank you and welcome, but do go back and have a little look at everyone else's as well, previous hops. We do it every month, the first of every single month. Alright, so that's that one there. All we're going to do now is just pop some dimensionals on the back of this here. Just going to use 5 dimensionals on each, so 4 on either corner and then 1 in the middle to stop it from sagging, and then the same on this one. Now when I was designing these, I did contemplate using some of the twine, but I thought it didn't quite work, so I didn't. So I'm going to use some of the embellishments instead. Okay. Now, if anyone's wondering, we pop our lines and our dimensionals just so it's easy to identify what ones we have taken the backing papers off. It also helps them stand out when they're stuck on the table full of lots of white cardstock. You can see them a little bit easier as well. It's just a little tip. We just grab our marker and we just pop some lines on them. It just helps. Every little helps. And we'll do this one here. So like I say, I'm only just making the 2 cards for you, but I have got the other 3 cards in the other colours as well to show you at the end. And I have used a different embossing folder on every single one. So not only are we showing you some ink colours, we're showing you some lovely embossing folders as well. So that's that. Let's grab those embellishments. Where did I pop those embellishments? Which is here. Okay, and I'm just going to grab my take your pick tool. And let's just use the coordinating colours here. So I'm just going to go one of the darker ones. Let's pop that here. Go with one of the lighter shade ones. Pop that, kind of tuck that underneath a little bit there, and let's go with one of the lighter shades, and we'll just pop that there. So I'm going to do that in the same positioning on the other one as well, but with the parakeet party. So we go with a darker shade, that one, go with the lighter shade. Let's tuck that one underneath. And then another lighter one. And that can kind of go round like that. And there we have it. There is 2 cards using the Parakeet Party and the Tahitian Tide. So as mentioned, we've also got them here. We've got them in the Orchid Oasis. We've got Sweet Sorbet. And we've also got the Starry Sky. So which is that one. So let me know, what one is your favourite? I've got my favourite, so my colours, just get those nice and straight for you. I've got my favourite, which I think might... I really love these 2 here. These 2 are really nice, bright. They're nice, bright and vibrant colours. But Orchid Oasis seems to be the colour which I tend to be going to quite a lot at the moment. I just think it's a really, really lovely colour. And I just love the way that this effect on this one has kind of like pulled from dark to light. And you've got like this pooling has worked really well. It's really, really pretty. And the same thing here, we've got some different embossing folders. So the embossing folder on this one here is the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. We have got the Painted Texture embossing folder on this one. And we have got the Timber embossing folder on this one right here. So, and that's those cards like that. I think they're really, really nice, simple cards. Again, really, really fun technique, the Emboss Resist technique. It's really good fun to play. And this, again, as I mentioned, the stamp set, the Biggest Wish stamp set, which I showed you at the beginning, which is that one there, works lovely for this particular technique. You need something big and bold. Try it again. Try it with some of the thanks. You can make some nice thank you cards on this one as well. So there we have it. I hope you have enjoyed that. And thank you very much for watching. Do remember to go and check out everyone else's video down below. Links can be found down below in the description. And we will be back with you again next month for another Stamp Around UK video hop. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again very soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.